Hi everyone, bear with me. I thought I had my camera set up correctly, but obviously I did not. So I'm trying to get it to where it's set up. Okay, all right. So, well, kinda. Tonight I am making chicken noodle soup in my InstaPot. And again, this is a recipe I found online. So bear with me. Got to get a tablespoon of olive oil.
You're not making your normal chicken noodle?
No ma'am. Don't have time. This is quick. Bear with me everybody. I'll be back in a second. I'm looking for some olive oil. And I'm thinking we don't have hardly any left. So we are going to use, I don't know what this, that's balsamic vinegar. Here's some olive oil. This will have to work. Hey, Laura. So, the nice thing about using your InstaPot when you're trying to make anything that would normally take forever is that this should only take about 30 to 45 minutes. And hopefully it will taste just as good as normal. So I'm going to put it on saute. Press start. Heat up that olive oil. I put a tablespoon of olive oil in there. Now I've already chopped up my onion. Well, I've chopped up one of my onions. I've chopped up my celery, my carrots. We have some garlic that's going to go in there. And we have some parsley that I'm adding to it. And of course, chicken broth. I wish I had chicken stock instead of chicken broth, but I don't. And as you guys know, I am still going to wing it, and we're going to see. I'm just hoping that it will still be has the good flavor. I have learned that chicken broth is not as flavorful as chicken stock. Do you love it? Oh, I do. For instance, like for this one tonight, I'm taking frozen chicken and everything's going to be done. I'll have chicken noodle soup within an hour from frozen chicken breast. I forgot to pull out something for dinner tonight. So plus, if y'all been watching, I have Phoenix who's sick, and now Savannah's not feeling good. She had to come home from school today. So I'm trying to make something that hopefully will help them will help them get to feeling better. So, yes, you can do so many different things in the InstaPot, but I have heard that they now make one that's an InstaPot and air fryer all together, and I wish I had it because air fryer is pretty awesome too. My sister-in-law, we had never even experienced an air fryer until we went to her house and she made French fries there. Me too, honey. And those French fries were so good, and there's not really any oil, so it's very healthy. And I've also heard that cooking steak was it steak someone told us in the air fryer? That was amazing. So it makes it very tender. Oh, that smells so good. Okay, so now I'm gonna add all of my fresh veggies. I've got to cut up another onion. When I do, I think I'm gonna get my bigger cutting board out because I was really having a hard time dicing all that. And when it comes to onions, I want them diced. I don't want big chunks. I don't like big onion chunks. Yuck. So, and while this is cooking, because we're gonna let it cook for about 5 minutes, and just let everything get to where it's kind of a clear, not everything, but get a little more clear. So I gotta hurry on cooking. I can understand that. Hey Steven, thanks for hanging out with us. Girl, that was my old house. I had no room for nothing. So I can completely understand. Now I will say, I would say, if I have to cook every day of the week, which I don't, my mother-in-law helps me. But most of the time I cook, I would say 75% of the time I'm using the my InstaPot. You can do almost anything you can do on the stove, you can do in the InstaPot, and it's quicker, and you've got one thing that you are cleaning. It is just a nice tool. I'm not real big on a lot of different kitchen appliances because I think a lot of them are just a waste of money. So I do like this one. I feel like it's really made a difference, especially the biggest reason I bought this thing was because I was really bad about forgetting to pull things out. Aw, that's not, oh, he doesn't clean up. Well, bummer, but that's still nice he helps out. My husband's a big help. But the biggest reason I got my InstaPot was I was notorious for forgetting to pull stuff out for dinner. And then, just being hurried. Well, the nice thing is that you can still cook a full meal with frozen chicken, frozen meats. You don't have to necessarily freeze them. Have to have them be thawed before cooking. I still think it makes it a little easier. But, like on this one, all I had to do was add about 5 minutes to my cook time. And when I add about 5 minutes to the cook time, that basically will take care of the frozen part that my frozen meats. So, and boy, it's starting to smell good. I gotta add garlic here in a second. Anything that can make my life easier for cooking, I am all over it. Because as y'all know, I am not big on cooking, but I'm okay with that. I don't mind it so much when y'all are hanging out with me. No, hold on. And my husband was going to be really sweet tonight, and just, since everybody was sick, he's just going to open some cans of soup, and, everybody could have whatever soup they wanted. And that would have happened, except I knew some of you guys would be waiting to see, waiting to see if I was going to be doing a video tonight. So I kind of felt like I needed to come on and say hey, and also needed to make sure that my kids, doing chicken soup out of cans not bad at all to me, but it ain't homemade. So that's why I decided I'm just going to make it homemade. It's not that much more of a time constraint. By the time I went and cooked all the different soups that everybody wants, I felt like I could halfway be done with this, if not a little more than halfway. What, babe? That's what I thought, babe. My chicken? He's so bad. Oh yeah, girl, I believe that. As far as being able to cook using frozen meat still is the best thing ever. What's so funny is I remember growing up, and sometimes my parents or my grandmother would use a pressure cooker. And the only time I remember it for sure is if they were doing any canning. So now I have just really embraced the whole pressure cooking. Most everything comes out very tender. It is, nothing's too dried out. I have had a few that were dried out, but nothing bad. And I'm really enjoying it. And again, it's one pot and it's simple. I did buy the biggest one they made at the time, and I've had it for probably about a year. And I did buy the biggest one they made at the time because we do have kind of a large family here. We have 6 people in a house. And so you may not need this big of one, but I would highly suggest if they have one now that has that air fryer built in, go ahead and get it, because the air fryer just gives you even more options. I have a feeling we're going to eventually see, a regular range and stove may not be around, but who knows. Anyway, hey guys, Melissa, Telsa, thanks y'all for hanging out with me. It makes cooking so much better. Hold on. Hey, Element. Trying to wave at everybody. Misty. Laura, I'm not going to wave at you because you know, I've been talking to you the whole time. Gerald, hey, thanks for hanging out. Let's see who else. We got Tony. Hi, Tony. Anybody else? Nope, that's it. Okay, that's okay. I'm cool with that. As long as one person's hanging out, but I think I got 4 watching right now. How awesome is that? So, but these are coming together very, very pretty. It's getting it to be that clear color that you're wanting, and basically makes your celery and your onions are going to be translucent. So, rain to be going away. Oh, hi, Yvonne and Ed. Okay. Bye, Laura. That's hilarious. Hey, Angie. She said, fine then. Hold on. What? Oh, I don't know what you said. Fine then. But, I am trying to get this going as quickly as possible. Now, I've got to get together the chicken broth that I got to put in here. But what I was saying earlier is I found out chicken broth versus chicken stock. Chicken stock has more flavoring and is stronger than chicken broth. Y'all, that may sound like common sense to some of you, but it was not to me. So I am definitely... Why does it tell me 2 pounds? I don't care how many pounds. I want to know how many quarts. Because I got to put 2 quarts. Quart. How much is a quart, y'all? Keith. What's a quart? 4 quarts. 4 quarts to a gallon. So it's a half a gallon. And a gallon is 64 ounces. So this is 2 quarts. Woohoo! Sorry. You know, again, some of this stuff I never paid attention to, and it's like anything else, you don't use it all the time, you're going to forget it. Well, some people don't. Boy, some people are lucky. They remember everything. I have a couple of friends that have an idyllic memory, so that would be nice. That would be very nice at times. So, I am almost to the point where I can put in my chicken stock broth, and then I can put in salt and pepper and my chicken. So it says pour in the stock and add in the chicken breast. Then I'm going to set it to soup for 10 minutes. Oh, I got to season this part with salt and pepper. So, hey Robert, thanks for hanging out. I'm going to wave at you. There, I waved at you. All right, hold on you guys. I got to add salt and pepper. When it comes to my meals, I have a little salt cellar. This is a salt cellar. I love my salt cellar, y'all. And I've got kosher salt in here. And the reason I like to use kosher salt instead of regular table salt is with kosher salt, you can really see how much you're adding. Whereas with regular table salt, you unless you pour it in your hands, there's no good way to tell how much you're adding. Hey, do y'all see this? I finally got a new pepper grinder. My sister got it for me for Christmas, and I'm so excited because y'all know my last one broke. So, very excited to have a new pepper grinder, which it came with also with the salt thing. But when it comes to cooking again, I want to use my salt, my kosher salt. Okay, this is officially ready, and I'll show y'all what it looks like. Okay. As you can see, it's ready for my broth and my chicken to go in. All right, bear with me. Don't get sick watching me. Whee! Okay, so about to add my 2 quarts. And once I've done that, I'm gonna also add my chicken. I'm gonna cancel this. And I'm going to put it on to the soup setting. I'm going to add a little more. Just because I realized when I went to add that, it had already been opened. And That might be the one. Here we go. So I'm gonna add the rest of this. I'm officially out of chicken stock or broth. Oh, you know what, Laura? It's taking me this long to figure out what you meant by that. I try to catch you when I see you on. Hey, Amy, I get you. I finally got what that meant. That meant you try to watch when I am cooking. Aw, thank you. That rocks. Okay, so back to what we're doing. We're going to set this on to soup. All right, and we're going to put this one on for 15 minutes. Originally, come on now. Originally, it had said for 10 minutes, but since I am okay, that's good. We got the pressure on high. I don't want it to be on keep warm because I want it to do a natural pressure release once. As y'all can see, these are hard, frozen. So, all right, hold on. Get those in there. And now I can put my lid on and seal it. There. So, it has started. What happens is it's going to build up pressure inside that pot. Once it comes to pressure is when it starts to really cook everything. So it's a little longer than 15 minutes because you figure it may take 3 to 5 minutes for the pressure to actually build up. I don't even know if it's that long, but once then it'll take another 15 minutes to cook. After that 15 minutes, we've got to once the InstaPot cycle, you got to do a natural release, and that can take 10-15 minutes. And a natural release, it's basically, we're going to be waiting. There's a little silver thing that is going to, oh, I'm so glad, Amy. How'd yours come out? I just realized you said I made chicken noodle soup too. I love chicken noodle, but let me tell y'all, I don't have egg noodles tonight, so they're actually getting rotini in this chicken noodle. But once this pressure valve pops up, after the heat and it stops cooking, it will slowly start to let out the pressure on the pressure cooker, and then that's what's called a natural release. If you let it go and basically let it keep going, and then eventually this little silver guy is going to pop down to let you know all the pressure's out. So that could take 10 to 15 minutes after it's finished cooking. I figure with this, it's going to take about an hour. And as normal, my poor husband is not going to eat until 8 o'clock. But
I'm dying here.
he's dying. But
I'm hungry.
you're going to have to wait, sir. But then what we'll do is I'll pull the chicken out of the pressure cooker and we're going to shred it. Once I've shredded it, I'm going to throw it back in, and then I'm going to throw my rotini noodles in to let them cook for just a few minutes, and it'll be done. Now, I have made homemade chicken soup for many years, and normally I would use a whole chicken because I do think there is a difference in a whole chicken versus just chicken breast. Now, on this recipe, it really did call for it called for bone-in and skin-on chicken breast or chicken thighs. It definitely makes the soup better because when you cook a whole chicken, anybody who's ever cooked a whole chicken will understand this. You get froth on the top, and all that's that yucky stuff that can turn your liquid in your soup a different color. It won't be so clear. So you can't necessarily scoop that away when you are cooking with your InstaPot because everything's covered and sealed and pressurized. So this young lady has found where if you use if you use bone-in and skin-on chicken breast, you still get all the flavor because you got the skin and the bones without that froth, which is kind of like a fat, yucky stuff. So now tonight again, I didn't have that. So I threw in boneless, skinless chicken breast. I have a feeling it is going to be a little bland because I didn't have my bones, I didn't have my skin, and honestly that stuff really makes a difference on your flavoring. But you know what? That's okay. I will let you know how it goes And I seriously, the nice thing I got going for me is I got a bunch of sick people here whose taste buds are already all screwed up, so they're not going to know the difference. But I do love to make a chicken noodle soup. I have made the soup that you get like at Olive Garden with the gnocchi and all. That is a really good soup. I've got a couple of really, really awesome soup recipes that can go in your InstaPot. So if you guys ever need a good one, let me know. I've got one that includes cheese tortellini and spinach and chicken, and it is a creamy base. It is so amazing. So I hope you guys keep watching. As normal, you know, it's 8 o'clock before these poor people around here are going to get fed, but that's okay. So I don't know where you are located, but here where I'm at, it's raining, and it's supposed to rain pretty much all week. I think we're going to need a boat here real soon. And for some reason, here lately, for like the next week or two, we're going to have a ton of rain. So for those of you who are, now this is something totally off the subject of cooking, I'm just warning you, with all this rain, make sure that if you're on septic tank, you know, be careful, because I know a lot of septic tanks are overflowing is because there's so much rain seeping into the ground that they cannot keep up, and it can't, basically the part that, for those of you who don't know, septic tank, everything goes in from your toilets, and then it'll seep out into the drain field lines, and basically you can sometimes tell where the drain field lines are in a yard by the greenness of the grass in those areas. So what's happening is those drain field lines are like corrugated pipe that has a ton of holes in them that basically allows this stuff to seep out after it's broke down and becomes just straight liquid. Well, when it rains this much, you've got that much water coming down into the ground, seeping into the ground, seeping into those drain fields, which then fills up those drain fields, which then backs up into your septic tank, which then gives you the lovely pleasure of it not working correctly in your own house. Yay. Well, be very, like yesterday, we did all of our laundry yesterday, just in case that should happen this week, because that is not fun to deal with at all. But I thought there's you a little useless knowledge that you may or may not ever have known or needed to know. But there you go. So I talked so much last week in a lot of our videos about this new house we listed down the street on my street, and we had it on the market like 2 or 3 days, and it had 3 or 4 offers, and it's already on contract. I'm very excited for my sellers. It's always a good feeling to help people and to help them, you know, handle difficult things. This is a house that belonged to their parents, and their parents have since passed, and you know, just to be able to help somebody do something and it does it well and things get done is just such an awesome feeling. But hey Vi, hey Phil, hey Christy, thanks for hanging out, everybody. Did anybody watch the Grammys last night? I thought, I didn't watch it. I can't sit still for that long. I'm not going to sit and watch something that long ever unless it's a really good movie. But I happened to go and drop in on Terry, and she was watching it, and I happened to catch where Joaquin, is that his name? Phoenix? Joaquin, the guy that plays in Joker. Now, I will say there's a lot of cool movies that came out this past year that I so want to see. And there are movies that, like, for instance, The Irishman. That one looks really awesome. There's one, we watched Free Willy. You probably did the better thing. I don't know that my kids have ever seen Free Willy. I think Phoenix has. He loves to watch movies. But there's a lot of really cool movies. There's one about Judy Garland, which looked amazing. And as a matter of fact, there's another one that had Renee Zellweger in it. Is that how you say her name? Anyway, hers looked really good too. But the Judy Garland, that one, there was 5 different women movies that sounded amazing. And then you had The Irishman, The Joker. There was one called Parasite. And that was done by, I think, a Japanese gentleman. He won last night 3 or 4 Grammys for that movie, and I'm now wanting to see the movie just because he really, I don't know if they've ever had someone win that many Grammys in one time. But, Renee was Judy. 6. Somebody won 6. Who was that, Terry? Who was it or what was it that won 6 one year? Hi, Browns. How are you? He won 6. Oh, he won 6 last night? Holy moly. The guy for Parasite won 6 last night. So I am now very curious to see this movie since he did do and won 6 of them. That was pretty awesome. And they had a translator up on stage, and he really was giving a lot of kudos to Martin Scorsese and also to Quentin Tarantino. And those were, well, I know Martin Scorsese was one of the ones that was up for winning or was against him. Oh, Little Women, that was another one that I wanted to see. Yes, that one looked, there's just so many that came out that I really hadn't paid attention, but I really want to see. They really look good. But like I said, the Joker, Little Women. So it was the Joker, Little Women, the one with about Judy Garland, Parasite, and anyway, oh no, I see that one of you has the flu. Must be Yvonne. Yvonne, I'm so sorry you got the flu. That is the worst. I'm really hoping that I can keep it at bay here in the house. I have already gone through the house today, sprayed all of the handles, all of the light switches that I can think of that everybody touches on a regular basis. So my house stinks like Lysol. I am washing my hands religiously, just because, again, I am kind of a germaphobe. I don't want anything yucky. So, no thank you. I'm good. All right. As you can see, we are almost preheated here. It's almost to pressure. I can hear it building. And then if you'll watch right there, it's going to do something in a minute, and it'll literally, you can hear it seal. So, as long as I'm not running my mouth. Y'all hear him? He said, good luck. That's not very nice. Terry, oh look, hold on. I want y'all to see this. You see that little, can you hear it? Melody, can you hear it? Any day now. It's about to happen. Hold on. Hey, Alan. I'm not in somebody else's kitchen at the moment. I promise I will at some point. Probably next Monday. So I got this great idea from a friend of ours. He's watching now. And he said, you ought to be doing these videos in the houses that you're trying to sell. I would if they were taking longer to sell. But, no. But I've been very, very blessed with the houses selling very quickly right now. And so I really haven't had a chance. All the houses are selling pretty quickly. Now, we do have some new listings coming up this week, and if we get one that would make for a great one to do that in, I am definitely doing it. Okay, here it goes. There it is. Hold on. Listen. See, it's popping up. It's saying low network. I've got a connection, people. Are we live? We're live. Hi, Alan. Hey, Melody. I already said hey to you, Alan, and Melody. But hey again. So I'm waving at y'all now. All right. Jeff Brown. So, now they are pressurized, it's going to take the 15 minutes to cook. Then probably another 15 minutes for it to do a natural release. After that, I'm throwing my noodles in, which is my rotini instead of egg noodles. And dinner will be served. So, y'all definitely try to keep yourself well. And I wish I had more to say, but I don't. Kind of out of words now. Y'all notice something? I don't have my apron on. Interesting. But we will be live on Wednesday at 12 and Friday at 12. And I really would love to have you guys hang out with us. If you're on break or lunch break at 12, come join me here on my Facebook page. And, I do have something for you guys. Listen, do you guys remember about 2 weeks ago, I had met a lady who had rescued a dog. He was a cutie black dog, probably a Staffordshire Terrier. And sweet dog. She has 3 dogs already. He gets along with all her dogs. He doesn't mess with her cats. He's great with the kids. He was supposed to go to a home Friday. Somebody was supposed to adopt him, and they backed out. So if you guys know anybody, he has been fixed. He's been dewormed. He's had all of his vaccinations now. I'm actually going to go over there on Wednesday and do a video so you guys can kind of see what a cute little dog. Well, he's not little, I don't think. He's probably 50, 60 pounds, but so you guys can see him. And if you know anybody, this dog needs a good home. I wish I could have him myself, but we're running at maximum capacity here. But if you do know anybody, he just needs a really good home, you guys. So please, 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 once I put everything up, will you please, please, please share it? And one last thing, will you share this video for me? I would really appreciate it. I love to meet new people, and it would be very helpful if you could. And you guys are so awesome anyway and are always supportive and helpful, and I really appreciate it. So I hope you guys have a great week. Remember to keep your lights on when it's raining and you're driving, and stay safe and well. So adios. I will try to put up a video, not a video. I will let you guys know when this is over how it came out. Since I've had to finagle and change up some of the ingredients, let you know if it came out well. And if it did, I will send the recipe that way too. So y'all have a wonderful one, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.